Welcome to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. Hello. Today I'm going to be talking all about vitamin C, why I basically go on about it so much, how beneficial it is to your skin and to your body. For those of you who don't know, I am Miss T Lindo. I am a skin and facial massage therapist from London. I am also a student nurse. I take great interest in everything and anything to do with aesthetics and dermatology, so that is what my channel will be dedicated to entirely. If you've not been here before, click subscribe. By subscribing to my channel, you will be up to date with all my latest content related to the field, and you basically help to support me. Why I go on about it so much. Vitamin C is a very important vitamin, beneficial for your body, also your skin. If you're suffering with things such as hyperpigmentation, sun damage, etc. Vitamin C is basically super important, and if you're not getting enough of it, then this can show up in many different ways and basically stop you from attaining positive health, not just internally but also the appearance of your skin as well. Okay, so vitamin C is basically also known as something called L-Ascorbic acid. L-Ascorbic acid is basically the derivative of vitamin C, what it becomes once it's been oxidized. Oxidized meaning once it's basically exposed to oxygen. Okay, so vitamin C is a water-soluble vitamin that we can basically get from our foods and also dietary supplements. So when thinking of foods that are high in vitamin C content, we should be thinking of citrus foods as well as other foods such as cabbage, broccoli, etc. So within your body, vitamin C is very useful and very known actually for tackling issues such as the common cold or flu. Vitamin C is also really useful for helping to assist in the treatment of scurvy and many other factors. So L-ascorbic acid is basically vitamin C in its complete raw form. This antioxidant can't be produced on its own, so we do need basically a dietary adaptation to ensure that we do get vitamin C. However, when we do take in vitamin C, this antioxidant basically helps to support other antioxidants within the body, and they basically work together to help boost your immune system and fight and tackle any possible illnesses or issues that your body may be at risk of. So it helps to support those white blood cells. So going off L-ascorbic acid being the raw form of vitamin C, this is actually biosynthesized as well topically on the skin to help improve collagen. So what collagen actually does, it helps to bind together tissues within the skin. So if you have cuts and wounds and stuff, the vitamin C will basically help to patch that wound at a more effective rate. Also, the L-ascorbic acid and collagen helps to basically keep your skin looking quite youthful and tight, and basically assist in the appearance of wrinkles that can happen over time, particularly within the early 20s when the aging process begins. Considering the fact of the whole aging process, we also need to consider free radicals and pollutants within our surrounding environment. Vitamin C has been known to basically assist your being with protecting you from these elements within the environment that can contribute to skin illness and disease, as well as physiological illness and disease entirely. So that's why it's really important to ensure that you are getting vitamin C within your diet, and if you want to protect your skin, that you are applying a topical vitamin C to your skin. So for a female that's age 19 or above, you should be getting around 75 milligrams at least of vitamin C. This also increases if you become pregnant or if you are lactating. So this is also something to consider. So I take multivitamins daily, not just for vitamin C specifically, but to get other vitamins as a whole. But if you are possibly low on vitamin C, if you're anemic for example, then you may want to consider basically taking a vitamin C. as the vitamin C can also help the absorption of iron as well within the body. So that's also something to be aware of. Okay, so what is the difference between L-ascorbic acid and just ascorbic acid? So L-ascorbic acid is basically vitamin C in its entirely raw form, as mentioned. So this is the vitamin C, basically like pure raw as it gets. So considering this factor, applying maybe an L-ascorbic acid to the skin that's very high in concentration, so if we're thinking around 5 to 10%, this can basically increase possible negative side effects that you will experience, such as stinging sensation, burning, redness. So ascorbic acid is different. So if you are taking the vitamin C internally, let's say by multivitamin or food, for example, the protein binds to specific glucose within the body. This is then transported into the cells, and as it's broken down, it becomes ascorbic acid. So overall, ascorbic acid is basically L-ascorbic acid once it's been broken down. So with skincare products, for example, you want to be leaning more towards the L-ascorbic acid side to ensure that you're getting a good amount of concentration of vitamin C so that you can apply to your skin. The price ranges do tend to be a little bit higher, but I mean, it's basically how it goes. The L in L-ascorbic acid also refers to basically the way that the molecule reacts when it's exposed to light as well. So L-ascorbic acid overall is a powerhouse when it comes to your skin. It's amazing for helping to fight with pigmentation, redness, UV rays that can potentially cause skin cancers, and basically all these other things. If you are starting your skin routine, skin journey, you must be using a vitamin C regardless. So after washing and toning, you should be applying a vitamin C straight away, basically. Otherwise, the other products that you're using, it's kind of not a point. It's not very combative. They work together to give you a more clearer and fresher look if that's what you're going for. So when looking for a vitamin C, you should be looking for one that's dedicated to all skin types. It can be quite confusing as there are a lot out there. However, one rule of thumb is that if you do have sensitive skin, meaning that when you apply different products, you just tend to break out and have uncomfortable symptoms topically, then you should be looking for a vitamin C with a low concentration. For example, a really good vitamin C that you can start out with would be the OBAGI vitamin C serum. So you would ideally start off on a 10%. Start off slowly so that you don't irritate your skin, and as your skin becomes more accustomed to this, maybe after around maybe a month or two, then you can slowly start to increase the concentration so that your skin becomes more used to this and is able to process it better. Vitamin C also helps in reducing inflammations as well. So if you do, well, in fact, any skin type, this can be really beneficial for you for helping to keep your skin calm and healthy. I feel like I've gone off on a tangent, but I hope this is like easy to follow so far. So I'm going to go on to L-ascorbic acid and the skin. So when using L-ascorbic acid, it's quite important to consider that the molecule is quite unstable, so it basically needs a low pH on the skin, and it also needs a hydrated environment so that it can absorb fully within the skin. So as mentioned, I did recommend washing and toning before applying your vitamin C. However, one thing that I do like to do is basically to dampen my skin. So after washing and toning, sometimes your skin can just like dry up immediately. So I've actually been using my Clinique Moisture Surge spray as basically a way to dampen my skin and provide skin relief so that when I do apply my vitamin C, it can basically penetrate to a deeper layer with assistance of the fluid. When using your vitamin C, you do want to combine this with other antioxidants as well, such as I use a niacinamide afterwards. You can use your hyaluronic acid afterwards as well, just something so that it can work in combination with, so that, you know, it can also get to deeper layers of your skin, as like I said, it's very unstable and it can't do it on its own. Yeah, so due to your body not being able to process the vitamin C on its own, it's quite similar internally as well if you are ingesting a vitamin C by multivitamin or foods, for example. Your organs will basically distribute the vitamin C within your body, and your skin is often last to receive it. That's why within dermatology in general, it's like recommended that you use a topical vitamin C to ensure that your skin gets the benefits from it. When using a vitamin C, do use an SPF. The aim of vitamin C is basically to support the utmost layers of your skin as well as deeper layers of your skin against bacteria, UV damage, and some other processes as mentioned. If you are not using an SPF, you're basically going to be more prone to getting UV damage, to getting hyperpigmentation. So do use an SPF. So again, as mentioned, if you're not going to do your full skincare routine or use this in combination with other vital, important products, then so exploring this further, when using your vitamin C, it should come in a protected bottle like this. So you will have like a glass or maybe plastic bottle, and usually it will come with a pipette to ensure that you're getting a good amount of product into the syringe that comes in the bottle, and so that you can distribute this nicely onto your face in the amount of drops. So when using my C-Serum, I tend to apply 4 to 5 drops. I always make sure that I'm doing these areas, so my T-zone and my cheeks, and then I put 1 drop on my neck. When applying this, I pat. So I press the product into my skin to ensure that my skin is basically receiving the product and that the majority of it is not going onto my hands or my fingers. Your hands are really good at absorbing products, so you don't want to wipe and smear the product onto your skin, because what this actually does is basically just go into your hands and not onto your face. And if you're spending a lot of money on a really good vitamin C, we don't want it all in our hands, okay? We want it in our skin, in our face, so that we can reap the benefits from it. So when having your bottle and using your vitamin C, the vitamin C should be clear. So it should be transparent. It should look basically, maybe not like water, but it should be clear. So the longer that you have your vitamin C, over time, it will start to go yellowy, then it might go bronze, then it will go brown. And basically when it goes brown, it's time to throw it away. It's going to do more harm than good to your skin. The reason why it goes to the brown color is basically because it's been exposed to oxygen. So when the L-Ascorbic acid becomes exposed to oxygen, it basically starts to change color, and it basically tells you, I'm not good no more. So you want to throw that away and you want to get yourself a new C-Serum. When you are starting out with C-Serums, you can put it in the fridge to help keep it fresh and have the product lasting longer. On Amazon they have some really good skincare fridges, or maybe you can put it in a protective case and put it in your main fridge downstairs. Just make sure that no one eats it. So once it's become oxidized, it becomes diclofenic acid, no longer L-ascorbic acid, which basically isn't going to do much for you at all, so make sure you throw that away. Okay, so this serum that I've got in my hand is my favourite. If you are starting out using antioxidants in general, SkinCeuticals is a really good brand to start with. It's on the pricier side, it is medical grade, but you are getting your money's worth from your product. I mean, it can be quite tempting to spend maybe, I guess, £8 on a serum from somewhere, but over time, the molecule is unstable as it is. So buying a cheaper, less effective product, I mean, it's not very useful, so I would probably try and save if you can and get one that's going to actually do the job, be more effective, and help you to see the difference in your skin that you want. So yeah, this is my SkinCeuticals C E Ferulic. This is my favourite C-Serum at the moment. I've been using this for around, maybe a year and a half. My other that I started out using was my Phloretin my Phloretin C E Ferulic. It's from SkinCeuticals as well. This is good as well. I don't know, I just prefer this one. So comparing the two, C E Ferulic actually has a higher percentage of the L-Ascorbic acid in comparison to the Phloretin. They both have 0.5% of ferulic acid, but as I want more L-Ascorbic acid, so I'm getting the higher vitamin C effect, I decided to invest in this one. So this is a really good C-Serum to use if you are looking for an effective C-Serum. The price I think was around, I want to say I think I paid around 120 for it. So yeah, cute price, but you know, it does the job. So that's what I use. I apply my C-Serums in the morning. I don't apply it in the evening as I'm at home. So it's not really a point, I suppose. It's more the environmental protection and sun damage that we want to protect with the vitamin C, and obviously there's no sun at night. So yeah, so overall, vitamin C is a massive topic. I hope my video made sense, as I can go off on a tangent sometimes, but I'm quite aware that I've got the main information in anyway, so hopefully that can help you in some sort of way. Overall, do remember that if you are starting your skincare journey or you want to improve the appearance of your skin, you should be investing in a vitamin C. Do remember to use your vitamin C in combination with other antioxidants so that it can travel to the deeper layers of your skin and give you the best results. Use it in the AM, and you can also have it by the specific foods within your diet and stuff, which will basically work in combination with the topical products and give you nice, radiant, clearer looking skin. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did like it, then give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you again in my next video. Goodbye.